What up, world? What up? Easily Offended, episode 51, man. What's going on with you, brothers? We are definitely in the building. We missing one person. Nigga Shine. Darkness. We missing you, man. What up? How y'all doing, man? You know, Chris, you been a minute. You know, how's Thanksgiving and all that?
Everything was good, man.
Nigga over there with the Vin Diesel jacket on.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about the zoo lights and shit.
Oh, y'all with the zoo lights?
No, I didn't go to zoo lights. Didn't you go to zoo lights?
No, I didn't go to
I thought I saw a picture of you and your family and shit out somewhere.
No.
I'm just putting you on places and shit.
Right. Like, nigga, I wasn't there. Right. You can't be saying shit like that. This nigga's married. He gotta be where he say you gonna be. Nigga, you ain't see me at the motherfucking zoo lights.
She come on there like, I watched that last podcast.
Right.
So how was zoo lights? What bitch you take to zoo lights?
Oh man, but your holidays was good though. Thanksgiving and all that.
Yeah, it was good. How y'all been, man? Y'all decent?
I've been chilling,
Yeah,
man.
I feel like Thanksgiving was so long ago now.
It was only like 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
Almost a month. I mean, shit, Christmas is a few days away.
Please don't remind me. I still haven't done no Christmas shopping.
That's unfortunate. I still got something to do, but I got the bulk of it done. I gotta get a couple little things for my I gotta get some shit for my parents. I gotta get like 1 or 2 more things for my kid.
Nigga, I gotta get everything.
That's unfortunate.
It's pretty bad, man.
You know what's crazy?
Target go get all my money.
You know, he used to have me in the mall every year on Christmas Eve.
What?
Sid and my brother. Every fucking year. It was mostly Sid. This nigga, my cousin, my brother cousin Sid. For though I'm talking like y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about. But y'all know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, every year, this nigga would wait until Christmas Eve to do all his Christmas shopping. And every year I would say, I'm not going to the mall on Christmas Eve with you niggas again. Man, every fucking year, my ass would be right there.
Hey, but mall. Like, you know, back in the day, we was growing up. It used to be lit.
I mean, yeah, River Oaks.
Yeah, it used to be fun,
yeah, River Oaks on Christmas Eve, because that's why I would always end up going like, oh, well, you know.
I might see. Yeah. You always will see somebody.
You gonna run into that motherfucker. Oh, I was hoping I was going to run into you. How you been?
Or that even like, is she auntie? Oh, I ain't going that way.
I'm just saying, man, you do some little more than some Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, man.
But I just don't like if I'm just going to the mall just to like chill, like on some shit like that, yeah. But if I got like sit in lines and actually look for shit, nah.
I mean, you know what? I'll take some time out. I'll just walk around. You know, may sit down and get something to eat. You know, the Philly cheesesteak spot always be fire at any fucking mall you go to.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That one little Philly cheesesteak spot.
It's always that one restaurant.
Yeah.
You know, River Oaks is still open.
I know.
Yeah, I don't understand. I haven't been inside River Oaks in years.
Yeah, I mean they you know what they survive. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those malls. I mean, people still go to the mall. Like they still go to the mall, like but only in the like Orland, Oakbrook, Woodfield. The motherfucking malls be packed, bro.
So those malls, I've been inside Orland. But I haven't been. I know, because I think Forest City's still open.
Yeah, Forest City's still open. Forest City's dead.
Yeah, I mean they revamping outside of it though, so it's like they trying to get some life back in that bitch. But I don't know how, but they trying.
If you notice, like what they try to do is they put hotels by that location. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's down the street from Midway. It's down the street from a major airport.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at all the malls, it's a shit ton of hotels by Oakbrook, West. You know what I'm saying? There's malls there, so people can. It's like, you know, I guess they make it like a staycation. That's what they call it. You know what I'm saying? Like you go out to the burbs and get lost, like, you know what I mean, and just chill for a whole weekend, have a good time with you and your lady.
Not in Forest City though.
I mean, no, not in Forest City. No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, baby, I'm gonna go over here to the Aloha Motel.
Gee, that was wild. That'd be wild. Like, remember, like when we was shorties, that's what we did.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you go over there because they had the $40 hotel. You can get
Saratoga.
$40 for 4 hours, nigga.
The Saratoga.
The Aloha Motel was right over there.
You know, we talked about that before.
We had to. Did you have a go-to spot? Like a go-to 4-hour motel?
I did have a go-to on. I had one on 147, a one on 159th. And what is that?
It's a cat, nigga.
Oh, who is that? Is
I think it's motherfucker scratching on the outside.
Yeah, it's we got a cat called Petey outside. G, the nigga he like pops up in the window, and you just turn around, he's there. So it's kind of like scary because he just stay there like, just staring at it. It's wild, but just gonna irritate the fuck out of me. For those of y'all can't see us, man, my fucking cat is just scratching on something. Oh, she on the door. Okay, I see what shit. Jules, stop it. Anyway.
Yeah. So back to 4-hour hotels.
4-hour hotels. 159th, 147 was one of my go-tos. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day when I used to like party at in the south suburbs, those are my go-to. The 4-hour joints. It was one on the corner, one in the middle of it. It's too much information.
I'm about to say, man, you very detailed.
I might be trying to put people on.
Nah.
Well, I doubt if they got that now.
No, the one I used to go to one. This was like when I was in high school. When I was still living with my mom. Obviously, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no need for that now. I have a whole ass. I have a place where I lay my head that I pay for. You know what I'm saying? But it was called the Deluxe Motel.
Yep. I've been there.
Mm-hmm. Right off of Southwest Highway.
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh yeah. Used to be very clean,
Yes.
very comfortable.
It was also on 95th, like towards Roberts Road.
That was a little further down, but that one right there was just it was always vacancies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Because they had the mirror on the ceiling.
Couple of the rooms did. Not all of them, but a couple of the rooms.
I
did.
never really got into that whole. What was the spot that everybody went to?
You talking the Sybaris?
I never been to the Sybaris, bro.
I can see the whole tub being. Yeah, I wasn't with that either.
Never been to the Sybaris
because I don't know how well they clean these tubs.
Nah, I ain't never been to like y'all some freaky niggas talking about some 4-hour motel. That's some freaky nigga shit. I've been
that's not freaky nigga shit. That's you.
Freaky nigga
What
shit.
was your 4-hour motel back in the day?
I never had no 4-hour motel. Nigga.
No, but like
oh, you get the hotel.
Hell no. I was either at. I might tell my show, but I was either at my, I was staying with my people, but at my pouch crib, I used to sneak them in my pouch crib, or I used to go to their crib. It was one of the two. I ain't paying shit.
Well, I mean, because the thing is, like, okay, so the bulk of it was like, you sneak around when your parents not home, shit like that. But man, if you really just want to, like, a full unadulterated nail, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gotta be quiet. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta worry about nobody coming in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we got 4 hours of unadulterated sinning. Fornication.
No, I feel you. I had been to the Champagne Lounge a couple of times though.
Wasn't that Chris Rock that made that room, the champagne room?
No sex in the champagne room.
No sex in the champagne room.
It was in
no sex in this. This was Gerald Levert was on that shit. R.I.P. Gerald Levert.
Yeah, R.I.P. to him, man. That's a good song. Actually, it's not, but yeah, I like Gerald.
That shit used to. That shit wasn't because I was back like when the box was on.
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah. I remember that shit. Yeah.
And it was a weird because it was really just like it wasn't like Chris Rock was rapping. He was like telling stories.
Yeah,
over a beat basically. Yeah, just talking shit.
He was like the first Lil Duval.
Lil
No,
Duval actually makes songs.
Yeah,
Lil Duval make hits.
Exactly.
But far as
Duval got hits actually.
Not on the success side, but like far as a comedian doing like a music.
No, I see what you're saying.
But Eddie Murphy was the first.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, party all the time, nigga.
Right, I'm about to say, hold on, how can you forget?
Don't you? Oh, what was it? My girl wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all.
I know that song word for word.
Hey, that's crazy. But I always thought because that video, Rick James in that shit. I just really imagine the amount of cocaine that was done. While filming that shit.
Nah, the video that was wilder than that was Eddie Murphy and Michael Jackson. What's up with you?
I forgot about that.
That video was wild. It made absolutely no sense.
None. Because weren't they just like in front of a like sky?
Screen.
Yeah,
It was
it was in front of a green.
Like shit flying around.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest thing. It was just them two singing to each other essentially.
Gee, I'm trying to find the nigga Tracklist. That nigga Tracklist, he had a wild ass Tracklist.
Oh
bro.
yeah, I had this. I had a CD. I didn't have. My brother had. I borrowed it from him. Like
y'all had Eddie Murphy CD.
The whole he had a whole CD, bro.
That's
a whole
crazy.
album. And I listened to
I don't think I've ever even seen one for real.
No, I've seen one. I wonder
what?
That motherfucker maybe
one of his albums because he had
Gee,
multiple albums.
The nigga had on a leather jacket, no shirt on, with a tie, with a flower in his head.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know. I don't know if that was the album though. No, I think that's his comedy album. That might be. I think that's his comedy album.
That's the comedy joint?
I think that's his comedy. The one with Party All the Time on it. He had Hold on, let me see if I can find it. But yeah, I remember having that CD, bro, and I had to listen to that thing like faithfully for a minute. Cause I'm a big Eddie Murphy fan. I love Eddie Murphy, so it was like anything Eddie Murphy, no matter if it was good or bad, I listened to it.
Nah, I ain't never listened to no motherfucking Eddie Murphy like music album.
Oh, I did. And he came out with a track with Snoop. When Snoop he called himself Snoop Lion. It was called Red Light.
Yeah. He. You know what? Eddie Murphy had a song called "Put Your Mouth on Me."
I remember that. I remember that. Like I said, Eddie Murphy has released several albums.
Yeah, but
like
you
it's
know
not
what?
just one.
The funny thing about that, you talked about how him and Rick James was a whole bunch of cocaine. So on that Rick James documentary, they said they was locked in the studio.
They were snowed in.
They were snowed in for about a week.
I remember seeing that shit. Yeah.
Rick James' kid was like, it was so many women just passed out. He was like, he had to cross over somebody because they was passed out to get him a bowl of cereal. Like, he's like, dude, my dad partied.
Oh, yeah. It was
Partied.
fucking Rick James.
That's why the song was called Party All the Time. I bet it was off that experience. Definitely. You know what?
This is my bad. This is one of his album covers. You got to put that shit. Like, you got to find a picture of that shit and post it up. That was one of his. That's what Was Up With You was on.
Yeah. This was like mid '90s.
Yeah.
This is right around the Boomerang time.
Yeah, it was like 93.
Yeah.
93. Yeah.
You know who else had a crazy ass track list, bro? So do you know Smokey Robinson came out with an album this year? Smokey Robinson came out with an album this year, and it's called Gasms.
That nigga shit his old ass down, bro.
Gee, the track list was number 2 is How You Make Me Feel. I Want to Know Your Body. I Keep Calling You. Roll Around Beside You. If You Don't Have Each Other. You Fill Me Up. I Fit It In There.
Oh.
If you don't say
Goddamn Smokey.
Goddamn Smokey.
He need to sit his old freaky ass down. Man. That nigga's like,
I'll fit it in there.
I'll fit it in there, bro.
God damn, Smokey.
That's the last song on the album.
Well, it should be. The album should be over after that.
How old is this nigga? This nigga is 80, he's 83.
Yeah, I was going to say, Smokey Robinson got it easily in his 80s.
Hey, bro, that man is wild.
Sit your bro.
2023 has just been a crazy year. in general.
Hey, you know what I always think about when motherfuckers mention Smokey Robinson?
What?
Gang banging.
Yeah, that is a horrible song.
Gee, that song right there. Wait.
Gang banging.
So he was like, "Oh, y'all ain't fucking with that. All right, I got something for that. Now he doing nothing but freaky shit, nasty ass freaky." I ain't gonna lie, he got this one song. It's called "Love Bath." I ain't gonna lie, that's a nice ass song.
Love Bath.
It's exactly what you think it is. It's exactly what you think it is.
I gotta start using that term.
What?
Give her a love bath.
Yo, I'm washing you.
Oh,
You
man.
washing me. That's exactly what the lyrics of the song, bro. It's called Love Bath. You get that's.
Oh, man.
I ain't gonna lie, it's a little catchy.
I was thinking about something else for a love bath, but anyway, hey,
2023.
well, weird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all have seen this. I'm trying to make me think about this. Have y'all heard this urban legend about Michael Jackson's real voice?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, he kind of did. He accidentally used on during an award show when he was accepting an award. So he had the clip recently resurfaced, and it's funny because I kind of remember that watching as a kid. He came up to the mic. He was like, "Can you hear me? Is this on? Can you hear me?"
I don't remember that.
I do. It's a. If I find it, I'll send it to you. But yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So so it's like it's kind of like been like this urban legend.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Where like only certain people have heard it, like heard him talk using his real voice, but that higher pitched voice, that soft voice, was kind of like part of a character that he made for the rest of us, for the world to see. But
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him, G. Like, I mean, I really would, because
this nigga voice is actually like sort of deep, like much deeper than it was.
well, they said the same thing with Prince. Prince also had a very deep voice.
Yeah, but Prince spoke in his deep voice.
Yeah, Prince definitely spoke in his regular voice.
Like he sings in the falsetto.
He sings in the falsetto.
Yeah, Michael did talk all the time in the falsetto.
He always talk like this. This nigga voice is really like this and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, a couple of comedians have said that. I think Eddie Griffin on one of his comedy shows, like Mike's voice is very kind of deep, because they used to hang out with each other.
Right.
They was kind of cool.
Yeah, but nobody, like regular people, like he's never used it, and I just like wonder like why did he do that?
Because they'll take away from him. You need just imagine Michael Jackson the way he was looking in his later years with a deep voice. That shit would be scary.
Yeah.
I mean, it was already scary.
Right, I'm just saying, add the voice to it, bro. That's some nightmare.
So he always knew that he was going to turn into a white man. Because I was saying, because he's had that voice, he's always used that voice.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
even when he was dark skinned.
Yeah, so when he was from a kid on up, he had essentially the same high pitched voice, and I think for his career, he kept that voice to maintain his image. Because just imagine him with a deep.
I like Mike the way he is.
Right, you know what I mean? Like
I
it would throw
can't.
you like just. I mean, in all honesty, it'll be.
I mean, he has sung in deep voice, but I mean, I feel what you're saying.
Yeah, it'll be weird, man.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. I mean, you know what the funny thing is? Like, I was watching that Thriller documentary, which was another great documentary that came out this year, and it was a part in there where he did the Pepsi commercial, right?
Oh yeah, when the nigga caught the fire.
Right, when the nigga caught the fire. So look, he didn't want to do the Pepsi commercial because he didn't drink Pepsi.
Yeah, and I think his father or somebody made like
his father made him do it. So he told his manager, was like, I cannot be on camera no more than 3 seconds at a time, and I would not be holding a Pepsi can. I would not endorse the product. And if you look at the video, he never held a Pepsi can. In every glimpse, because they had, what's the name? They had Carlton as Michael Jackson. He was the kid in the street dancing and shit.
I just remember, y'all remember the Jacksons movie that came on ABC, the television movie?
Yeah,
Which one?
The 5-hour long one?
Yeah, the one that came out when we were shorties.
See, that was the good one.
Yeah.
Because they came out with another one with Flex, and he was light skinned. Like that shit was horrible.
Nah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
Lifetime.
the original one where Jason Weaver was playing young Michael Jackson.
Yes.
So
shout out to Jason Weaver, man.
Oh yeah, fucking Chicago legend. Shout out to Jason Weaver.
Yes, sir.
And shout out to Jason Weaver's mother.
Wait, where you going with this?
No, I was
okay.
Quick sidebar, just like because he still gets residuals from the Lion King.
Oh yeah.
Because they were supposed to pay him. They gave him the option just to pay him outright, or to give him like, you know what I'm saying, like publishing rights or whatever. Either way, his mother negotiated, so he's been getting paid off of that shit since
which is a check.
Yeah, he gets a hella check. No, but when they did the reenactment, or when that nigga got his head burned, and that nigga fell down them stairs.
Gee,
oh my god!
That shit was fucking hilarious.
We must, because motherfuckers was always taping.
Yeah.
We must have rewound that part like 15 times in a row one day.
Gee, that shit was fucking
like, I teeth on my head. Nigga fell.
Did you see the real video?
Yeah,
I never saw the real video.
It's on the documentary. They showed. So this is why I went to the Pepsi thing, right? So they did it live, right, with a live audience, and they nailed it. And Michael Jackson was happy, like, yes, we nailed it. And Pepsi like, we have to do it one more time. And the second time they did it is when he caught on fire.
They did that shit on purpose. I'm like, oh, so you don't want to hold a can,
right? Yeah.
Okay.
But hence the reason why they paid for the bad tour.
They had no choice.
Oh yeah.
Shit like you gonna damn near burn me alive, and you not gonna pay for my tour.
Yeah.
At the very least, that
but you have to wonder, because he had before he had like Ultra Perm or something at the time.
Yeah.
You have to wonder if he just had his natural hair, would it have been as big a deal? But maybe like, you know, because of the product that he had in his hair.
Just say it. He had that so close.
Yeah, this nigga. Because then he got the sizzling and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I think that he did have an accelerant in his
Yeah. I don't, you know. I mean, you know, it might not have made a difference, you know, but that could have, you know.
Definitely play a part. But yeah, I mean, if you haven't checked out the documentary, check that out. It's really good.
Which documentary? What's the name?
It's called Thriller 40.
Thriller.
So they basically go through the making of Thriller, like track by track. You know what I'm saying? They give great commentary. They show some behind the scenes footage of him and everything, like how his father made him do the tour with his brother after the album.
Yeah,
and then,
for that motel.
Yeah,
that's where, you know, it did the moonwalk.
No, that too, but the whole tour though.
Yeah.
You gotta take your brothers with you.
So, Thriller or Off the Wall?
Thriller. Off the wall. Definitely. You want to say Thriller, but it's easy to forget how many hits was on Off the Wall. I don't think that is it. I don't think that's the case. When it comes to Thriller, Michael Jackson is one of the few artists that came out with a subsequent album that was damn near as good or arguably better than his first one. So Thriller obviously was more of a commercial success. I mean, because Thriller was a commercial success that he thought Off the Wall would be.
Yeah. He actually thought, exactly. Because he actually thought when the Grammys came out, he thought he was going to win a shit ton of awards for Off the Wall, and he didn't. And I mean, fuck the award shows. Like, awards, in my opinion, really mean something, but not everything. You know what I mean? So, but back then, it meant a lot to them.
Oh yeah, true.
I
mean, especially back then, I give you that. But I'm just saying, if you really think about what Thriller was, especially just how iconic that album is, I'm talking about from the album cover to the track list. So I'm more partial to Thriller because what quite possibly is my favorite Michael Jackson song of all time, Human Nature, is on Thriller. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so Human Nature was cool. Yeah. I mean, it's just one of my personal favorites. I'm not saying it's the best, but one of my personal favorites. But like, I mean, obviously Thriller was on there. Beat It was on there. Billie Jean was on there. PYT was on there. Lady in My Life.
God.
Yeah.
Even the Girl Is Mine with Paul McCartney. That shit, you know what I'm saying?
Lady in My Life, bro.
And you know, like
what?
And PYT is
PYT is cold.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what's funny, man? I was having
we can't do that here.
We can do 5 seconds.
I was having a conversation. I mean, I don't want to necessarily go into this, but just reading that track list just alone sets it up for me. Where how can you make an argument that anybody can touch Michael Jackson musically? I mean, well, because even on but on Off the Wall, you got Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. You got Rock With You.
I wanna rock
you know what I'm
with
saying?
you.
I can't help it. I can't help it. If I wanted to, I can't help it, baby. If I could, you know what I'm saying? Like it's. But I'm so because that's always a debate, like Off the Wall or Thriller, right? Now, like I'm more partial to Thriller. But Off the Wall is cold. Off the Wall is a great album. I mean, but you even got to think about like. Bad was a great album. Bad was cold as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, hold up. This song right here, though.
There you go. You better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Got me working day and night.
Got me working day. Yeah. I mean.
Okay. Yeah. You got to turn it off. Though. It's too long. You gonna get this fucking show flag, nigga?
Right. No, we don't. Okay.
But here's the thing, though, man. Like, how can you legitimately put anybody up against that? You see what I'm saying? Like, Michael Jackson is so fucking cold, bro. Like, Off the Wall, then Thriller, then Bad. Like, come the fuck on.
Okay, so
somebody told me, like, the argument was. I'll tell you the argument. Him or R.Kelly. Somebody legitimately put R.Kelly.
Well. Well, if you talking strictly music now,
Strictly music, Michael Jackson.
no.
Stop. Hold on, let's not do this, man. Let's not do this.
I mean,
we're not talking because the first thing people say is, "Well, R.Kelly wrote this." We're not talking about what the fuck he wrote, because if we're gonna talk about writing, then you got to put The Dream in the same conversation as R. Kelly. And I would argue,
fuck you, don't.
Are you writing? Are you kidding? Do you know
The Dream ain't got.
He ain't got as many hits as R. Kelly.
All right, I'm not about to
The
go.
Dream.
All right, okay.
Okay, let me because you said something. I got to go back.
Are you
on.
serious?
Hold on.
Yeah,
hold on.
nigga.
The Dream wrote. Okay.
We
understand.
The Dream's pen is definitely he's Dream has a lot of hits.
Right.
But you talking about Kells. You talk about three decades of hits for himself and hits for other people.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, if we're talking about music solely
Okay, yeah.
music is something that that's because that's the conversation. It's like R. Kelly. You
Okay.
have to bring in what he wrote just to compete with him.
Yeah.
You said,
Okay,
like,
I was
can't,
say,
like, I mean, come on, Rell. You have to bring.
So
in what he wrote.
so in terms of like
music, just what music albums? Yes, that.
as you talk about like the magnitude of the hits.
No, it didn't even have to be the magnitude. Just the music.
I think I'm not saying that R. Kelly is better than Michael Jackson.
Don't say he's up there with them.
What I'm saying is the argument is not ridiculous, dog.
He's definitely up
R. Kelly is one of one. There are a few people in the history of now what Michael Jackson was an absolute phenomenon. I mean, grown adults was passing out at the sight of this motherfucker, Joe. Like people
camping out his hotel room.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like motherfucking like people are just thousands of people are just sitting outside this nigga's hotel room
screaming.
And he'll come out on the balcony and just wave for 2 seconds and motherfuckers will faint.
Hey, you remember he waved his baby over the thing?
He hung the baby out.
That Mike was a wild nigga, G.
And he got away with that shit.
That nigga had the baby by like one arm and one leg.
Right. That shit was crazy.
But yeah, so like Michael Jackson is a phenomenon as he's probably the biggest star that ever was and ever will be. Nobody's ever going to be bigger than Michael Jackson.
Fuck his stardom. We're talking about his music.
Okay, look, I'm going to say this.
Fuck the stardom.
I would say this.
Give me one album that can compete with Off the Wall or Thriller.
Okay, both of those, I can't give you an R. Kelly album.
Thank you.
That can
No.
Wait,
no.
but
that's what I'm saying. Michael Jackson is better, but it's not. Like I said, it's not ridiculous, Joe.
Yeah, it's not a ridiculous conversation because definitely both of them have. They sold a ton of records and they've had a lot of hits, and they've on Kelly's side he's wrote for a lot of people. What I would say what makes Michael Jackson is one fact that he did have fans pass out, but also that he made most of their music with just like a beatbox type situation.
But Michael Jackson also had like Quincy Jones.
But
he had Teddy Riley.
Yeah, he did.
You know
but
Tevin Campbell.
No. That's not the argument.
And hold on, wait. But you just mentioned who he had. So
But
what I'm saying, but R. Kelly, that was all Kells.
Yeah.
When nobody writing and producing for Kells.
So,
well, I would say
what do you mean? So that's a big fucking deal.
I would say
it is not.
Because the difference is between Michael Jackson wasn't in the studio by himself making all that shit up.
So real.
But that makes a difference.
You have to have the talent to do it. Matter of fact,
and R. Kelly did.
Yeah.
So that's what.
Hear what I'm saying. I get what you're saying. Yes, he had legends like Quincy Jones. I am with you on 110%. You know how many artists Quincy Jones or Babyface had with them as well that didn't do nothing remotely close to fucking Michael Jackson? Do you know who Michael Jackson was before he was Michael Jackson by himself? Do you not remember the Jackson 5?
No.
Like, he got excited. Not Jackson 5.
For real.
I
getting it.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
What all I'm saying, you're making it seem like R. Kelly is not in the same stratosphere with Michael Jackson musically, and he definitely is, bro. Whether you like him or not,
I never said I didn't like R. Kelly.
When you think about like some of the because I mean you got to think about the amount of hits. Like I mean, I Believe I Can Fly.
I mean, that's
I'm not saying
That's one of the biggest songs ever made.
I would give you that.
You know what I'm saying?
But I think what Chris is saying is the reason why he's rolling with Mike is because the impact. And
that's a part of it too.
I agree on that. So I'm saying Mike is bigger and better. The only point I'm making is
that he deserves to be in that
it's not a ridiculous argument.
But here's the thing though, the only way you can put him in that conversation is because of something he did outside of creating a song. You have to bring in here who he wrote for. You have to bring that in. That's like me saying, okay, I could, like, for example, if I wanted to fight someone like Deontay Wilder, like, you can't beat Deontay Wilder. If I bring in a hammer, I'll whoop his ass. Like, well, yeah, you got a fucking hammer.
It's not a good analogy for this situation.
I have to bring in something extra in order to beat him in a fair fight, which is music.
Okay, so the argument could be R.Kelly songs that he performed and wrote himself.
Yes,
not the features that he wrote for everybody else.
No,
if you put R. Kelly just the songs and then Michael Jackson songs just the songs, who would be number one? I agree with Chris. I think Michael would definitely be number one out of all because he's done a lot. But in that stratosphere, if it's what's in the middle, like when it comes to the moons and the stars and shit, what's in the middle? What rotates around? What do we rotate around?
The sun, nigga.
The sun, right? Michael.
Wait. You forgot. You remember. Oh my God.
I did. I totally had a brain fart. But
okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
If you think about it like that, you put Michael Jackson in the middle as the sun, and R. Kelly's definitely in the orbit.
I'll take that. Oh yeah. All right. So Michael Jackson. That means you can't fucking. And guess what? That means without that sun, everything else dies. So you're right. I'm with you on that one.
Hey, this nigga said, "What do we?"
Hey, players fuck up. It's all right.
Oh my God. But Michael Jackson, in terms of his discography, is definitely second to none, right? And like he got albums that you forget about that were really fucking good.
Dangerous.
I was just about to say Dangerous.
Old as fuck.
Was a really good fucking album. And you think about
it had Jam.
It had Jam. It had Give In To Me. It had Heal the World. It had Remember the Time on it.
Remember the Time.
Black or White.
Black or White.
In the Closet.
In the closet. With Naomi Campbell.
Naomi Campbell in the video. Oh my God, nigga. Yeah.
Man, look.
And he had the Free Willy song on there.
Yeah, that's Will You Be There?
Will You Be There?
That was my shit. Yeah, on Free Willy.
Okay, now give me some R. Kelly albums that can compete with Dangerous. Go.
Well, 12 play TP2.com.
I mean, but okay, let's both of those artists definitely is an impact on the culture, and they both have curated. Because you look at Michael Jackson and you look at all the people that copied his style after he came out, and then you look at R. Kelly in the same sense because you have the Trey Songs and you know what I'm saying, a lot of other rappers.
This rapping R&B singer shit, right. Nigga, that's kills.
So I would say, both of them are definitely up there when it comes to greatest songwriters and performers. But do you remember on Sunday afternoons on V103 when the battles? And they used to do Michael Jackson versus Prince all day.
And Michael Jackson would smoke Prince too. He would. I love Prince.
In terms of hits, yeah, but
I love Prince.
I listen to Prince more than I listen to Michael Jackson. Personal preference.
That's fair. No, that's fair. No,
you know what I'm saying? And it's like because Prince, and it's kind of like a similar. Well, not really similar, but Prince, Michael Jackson. While like Michael Jackson obviously had something that nobody else has ever had and nobody else will ever have, right?
Same with Prince.
Yeah, but Prince. See, the thing about when you talk about R. Kelly and when you talk about people like Prince, they created like ecosystems. Yeah. Like that whole Minnesota sound, like we might not have a Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis if it's not for Prince.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like people like fucking the Vanity Six, The Time, Alexander O'Neal, like all that. Yeah, no, all that shit, bro. So like, and you got like Sheila E.
Sheila E.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all Prince.
Yeah.
I give you that.
Yeah. So like, so there were so many like things that were birthed like out
within all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, just because of Prince. You know what I'm saying? Prince out there
I agree 1,000%.
playing the guitar, playing the drums, playing the keys, writing the music. You know what I'm saying? And he could sing his ass off.
Not really.
And the nigga can hoop.
I got a good.
Well, I mean, he could sing.
No, he could not. See, that's where Prince could not sing per se. Listen to me. Hear me out. That's where Prince got everybody right there.
Let me move away from
Hear
this.
me out. First of all, no. Here's the thing. I love Prince. Prince is somebody I would legitimately
Diamonds
defend.
and pearls.
No, I mean, but
I know. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Now here's the thing.
Prince was not like a good, great vocalist. He wasn't.
Because here's the thing. Prince was just a disgustingly talented person. Like, he is just like, I put him. He is somebody that you can have a conversation with Michael Jackson. But like, I would put Prince there just because of how that man. Not only did he write songs for other people, he wrote for himself. He can play multiple instruments. You see what I'm saying? Like, the man was disgustingly talented. Now,
not even that. You missing. You missing.
No.
And then not to mention, here's my thing. If you took away, I know if it was a fifth, I get it. But if let's just say Prince could not play multiple instruments. Let's just say he did not have that overall talent of showmanship. For example, wearing heels, wearing assless chaps, and all this shit, like embracing androgyny.
Assless chaps.
Now that was a part of his allure, and he focused solely on his voice. And versus Michael Jackson's voice is not even close.
That's true.
Okay,
I would give him that.
It's not, bro.
Hey, before I forget this shit, do y'all remember hearing that clip? Or seeing that clip where Prince was talking about how he was supposed to be with the nigga that Wesley Snipes played in the Bad video.
Yeah.
Prince was supposed to be in that video.
Oh yeah, he said that.
And that nigga, they said like the first line is "Your butt is mine," and he was just like, "Nah, I don't know who you finna say that to, but you ain't finna be saying that to me, and I'm damn sure not saying that to you." Prince was that nigga, man.
Prince was so much of an asshole that it's a story that it was on, I want to say Questlove podcast, where it was a story of him being, just an asshole to Mike and going to the front row. Playing his fucking guitar doing a Michael Jackson's set, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, it just kind of like, you can't do this, nigga.
Yeah, I mean, but
you ain't never seen Michael Jackson play no instruments.
No, that's the thing. Like Prince played everything. So like, it was an interview with the people, one of the band leaders in The Revolution. That was his band, right? The Revolution, right?
The Prince. Well, he had The Revolution. He had the New Power Generation.
Yeah.
But The Revolution, Prince and The Revolution, that was the original.
But he was like, no. He like, when we came to the studio, like, the music is there already. Like, the piano, the organ, the guitar.
Yeah, they just
drums,
had to play it.
Everything. And even he would give you a sample on how he wanted to sound and what note he wanted you to sing in. Like, so he was like, bro, Prince did everything. Like, for a person, I would just love to see a video footage of Prince working in the studio and watching him play every instrument. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was talking about the other day, I was reading the book of Maurice White, the creator of Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Another Chicago legend.
An amazing fucking book, because he really breaks down on music. And it made me think, like, I would say Prince was better musically, like composing music as a whole, and Michael Jackson just knew how to bring out that feeling in that song. You know what I'm saying? That make you pass out, to make you do 100,000 people at one stadium.
I don't even Michael Jackson was just, so we live in a world now where like shit like that is impossible anymore, right? Because the real allure of the celebrity is gone.
Yeah,
it was because it was always that veil between us and them.
They was mysterious.
Yeah, where we didn't have, they weren't accessible to us.
Exactly.
Now, because of social media and the internet, they are accessible. We can comment on their posts, and even if they don't necessarily interact with us directly, the celebrities have an accessibility to them that they never had before. Yeah. And because of all these fucking tabloids, because before you had like the National Enquirer, shit like tabloids, with like Inside Edition shows or shit like things weren't necessarily taken seriously.
Right.
But now because you have so many shows, you have so many gossip sites. You know what I'm saying? You have and the internet. And it's like, so all these stories and shit that like before maybe you never would have grew legs. Now it's like, so the mystery of the celebrity, the way we experienced it,
it's gone.
Yeah, because like so celebrities, like especially you got like your few, like you had your people like Michael Jackson,
yeah,
Michael Jordan,
yeah,
who were really like gods amongst men.
They were.
In terms of their celebrity and their status,
They were.
Like they could do no wrong
because you couldn't see them.
Yeah,
only time you saw them was on.
But they also, what they did was at such a high level. Yeah. Like, and they were like just like these unstoppable forces of nature.
Gee,
you know what I'm saying? Like they it was like they were literally above us.
Gee, they used to have world premieres.
Michael
videos. Jackson used to have world premieres.
Yeah. I remember Black or White came on. It was like Fox. It was like after I want to say like Martin or some shit, Living Single one night. You know what I'm saying? They had the premiere of Black and White.
Now you better believe I tuned in to that.
Oh yeah, nigga! Everybody was sitting there. We was talking about that shit at school next day.
I used to have full blown concerts on my back porch by myself, playing a tape of Michael Jackson live. That I don't even know how my sister got this tape of him performing live, and I used to perform that shit on my back porch. Like, just imagine you looking out the window and you see a little kid kicking and moonwalking on the back porch just doing
that further proves why nobody can touch that nigga.
Yeah,
man.
I wanted to be Mike so bad. G.
So that's what I'm saying. So on that level, yeah, I agree. R. Kelly is not there.
No one wants to be R. Kelly.
But okay, but because we were talking about this shit during the Versuz era, right? There was nobody you could have put up against R. Kelly. Nobody.
No,
outside of Michael Jackson.
I agree. No, and that's
there is nobody. There is no. That's what I'm saying, dog. There is no. R. Kelly could do a Versuz with shit he wrote for other people and smoke anybody that was on the Versuz that we ever saw. When he could do that with shit he wrote for other people.
I mean, well, let me say this. Let me say this.
Seems like you're ready.
Nigga, he wrote Fortunate. You know what I'm saying? He wrote shit for Celine Dion.
Let me say this. If it was a writer's Versuz, not the music that he for himself. If it was a writer's Versuz.
Well, I mean, Michael Jackson didn't write a lot of that shit, so you could.
No. I'm not talking about.
I'm sorry. Finish your point. I'm sorry.
I'm talking about like currently right now. Like if it was a writer's Versuz, maybe. Like I would like to see him, and even though I know what they already did when like Teddy Riley and Babyface, like if maybe R. Kelly and Babyface. Or even Teddy Riley. Like I don't know.
And that's the thing because people and I'm glad you mentioned Teddy Riley because people don't realize how integral Teddy Riley was in a lot of that shit too. Because you just talked about Dangerous. That was a lot of Teddy Riley. That sound, that in the closet jam.
Hey, what happened? Off topic. About Versuz. What happened to that Babyface and Teddy Riley shit?
They did it again. They did it.
They did it again, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't as good.
It wasn't as good. But that's you want to talk about one of the most iconic moments of the pandemic. Yes. That Teddy Riley Babyface Versuz.
When they kept losing internet and shit.
And then nigga Teddy, can you hear me now? Can you hear? And it was like watching and the thing is like everybody was so excited for this shit. Everybody was so excited. You know what I'm saying? Because like we ain't had shit to do. Like, oh fuck, we got something to look forward to.
That was the time, man.
Yeah, like it's finna be fucking Babyface and Teddy Riley hit for hit, and Babyface is sitting in the studio by himself, lights low, candle burning in the background, and this nigga Teddy Riley has a studio full of people.
Had a whole
It was
band.
like 20 people in there in the middle of the pandemic. This is at the height when everybody thought we was about to die. You know what I'm saying? This nigga Teddy Riley got a room full of people.
and Teddy was hyping everything, and Babyface was calm.
Oh yeah,
He was a whisper.
but
Let me just play this song for you.
but
man.
to Teddy,
I make love to you.
but to Teddy Riley's
Uh-huh.
credit, he envisioned what Versuz would be.
Yeah, he did.
Actual, not just sitting here playing our songs. Like, no, this is finna be a show.
What
We
was
gonna
y'all best
perform.
verses to you guys?
Actually, you know what? One of my favorite, and I feel like one of the most underrated verses, was E40 and Too Short.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. E40 and Too Short. That was, and it was really good because they had, because they both of them are Bay Area legends.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and people forget also how many hits both of them have.
Too Short, especially.
And like, because Too Short been rapping since the 70s, my nigga.
Cocktails was my shit.
Yeah, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucking, goddamn, Too Short is, yeah. And I mean, and you got to think about E40. You know
I
what I'm
never
saying?
really got into E40.
Yes,
But E40 still has
He
hits.
does have hits. But he was a acquired taste though. No.
Yeah, but
yeah, he definitely.
I mean, because E40 is Bay Area like to the core,
he's super.
and the Bay is different. They got their own style, their own flavor, their own language for real. But watching just the camaraderie between the two of them and the love, it was like a love fest between them. You know what I'm saying? Like two Bay Area legends, like basking in the glow of their legendariness.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that one.
That it was a good time.
I wasn't hyped about it.
No, because that was especially for me because E40 and Too Short, Rob used to love both of them. You know what I'm saying? So I listened. So the only reason I fuck with Too Short and E40 was because of Rob, because he listened to him so much. So
what was yours? I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Oh yeah, I mean it's probably ain't no surprise, but Jeezy and Gucci.
And that was probably the most epic.
That was amazing.
I think that was probably the most, especially considering the backstory between them.
Yeah,
and how shit went down and how motherfuckers wondered if Gucci was gonna do that shit that he did.
Yeah.
I always forget the name of the song, but the shit where he talk about Jeezy.
Well, he did perform.
He performed. Yeah, he performed that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then talk about we smoking on Pookie Loc. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But you know what? Jeezy shut that shit down when he got on that.
You know what's crazy? Like that,
When he got on that, he's like, you can talk that shit if you want to. But I'm the realest nigga in it.
I mean,
everybody knows.
And he definitely, you know what I'm saying? But the beautiful part of that, at the end, they squashed this shit.
Yeah, that was a beautiful
You know what I mean?
thing.
Yeah, so it was good because that was one of the ones where motherfuckers was really wondering, like, hey,
because Gucci had 50 niggas with him, Jeezy had 50 niggas.
And it's a lot of people in the industry, it's a lot of people in the rap game that talk about the life. They ain't really about that life, but it's pretty well documented that both Gucci and Jeezy are definitely, you know what I'm saying. But so to have both of them in Atlanta, there was in Magic City.
Yeah,
it was in Magic City.
There was in Magic City, like, so that was probably the most epic
that shit was
out of all of them. But the Versuz era gave us a lot. G.
They definitely did.
My bad. Go ahead.
No. I think the funniest one to me was Nelly and Ludacris.
I watched that shit too.
Yeah.
Because St. Louis was going through a storm or some shit. They had a fucking thunderstorm.
Yeah.
And they couldn't get through.
Yeah, Nelly was losing his internet.
I think to me, honestly, if that would have played out well, I think if it was on a later stage, I think Nelly
was smoking. No,
Nelly would have had him a little bit. I think it would have been a lot closer.
Because Ludacris got a lot. But Ludacris got a lot of hits. G. I've never actually seen that Versuz. I didn't see that one. That was one of the ones I missed. But Luda got. I mean, obviously Nelly
smoked that nigga.
Nelly had a run. Nelly had a run. Nelly, early 2000s club.
You couldn't touch it.
Yeah, like
it's getting hot here.
I mean, yeah, Nelly got Nelly had a hell of a run.
Yeah, he did.
But Luda had a lot of hits. Luda is like the Busta. He's like the Busta Rhymes of the South.
He is.
You know what I'm saying? Like the motherfucker that you want to forget about, but when you really think about, like, damn, that nigga does have a lot of fucking hits,
but
Joe.
He definitely does.
And you take for granted how lyrical they are. Cause Luda be spitting his ass off too.
Luda's
just like Busta, because of the antics, because of the wild videos and shit.
He's very animated.
You'll overlook the lyricism aspect of it.
Yeah.
But both of them niggas be spitting.
Yeah, so that one right there was my funniest one because it was just so much shit going on. I want to say my best. It's really three, and I just got three because they all the time. The first one was Erykah Badu and Jill.
That was a really good one.
That was
just like the Black Queen, Mother of the Earth. Yeah. Both of them just kind of like they were just complimenting each other all the time. That was a dope one.
Me and my lady was in the crib. I was cooking, listening to that.
And that was early, and that was early on, and they didn't have no technical difficulties. Like it was some shit at the beginning, but once they got going, like they was good. You know what I'm saying?
And then the next one had to be Earth, Wind, and Fire and Isley Brothers.
That was like on Mother's Day or some shit. Like
they need to do that again without Steve Harvey though. I'm sorry.
So I remember people talking
to Steve Harvey, brother, but God.
Yeah,
damn.
I mean I understand why they did. Steve Harvey be getting on my nerves too, but I understand why they did it with Steve.
The commentary.
Yeah, but because. And I remember people talking about like during because people could comment and all that other shit. People talking about they talking too much. And it's just like, bro, like this is a wealth of history.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, nigga, I want to hear these stories.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, you want to talk about you talk about the fucking Isleys and Earth, Wind, and Fire. You talking about motherfuckers that's been doing music since the '60s.
Yeah, on to 40 plus years.
Yeah, no, shit, no, nigga, you talking about 60 years. We talking about from the
60
over 50, over 50. You know what I'm saying? You talking about from the 60s to the 2020s.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So 50 plus years, close to 60, because I can't remember exactly in the 60s when the Isleys and when they all started, right?
Right.
But I mean, talking about from when the Isleys came out with Fight the Power. You know what I mean? And they still fucking touring. I saw the Isley Brothers this summer.
Yeah, no.
I mean, Ron, he be struggling. His background singers be having to carry him.
Yeah.
But this nigga is like 80 years old.
Like I said, the crazy thing about, I have to go back to Earth, Wind, and Fire. Just a catalog, because going through the Maurice White book, he talks so detailed about a lot of things. Like their whole movement was all about, like he was like on meditation, yoga. He was talking about eating right,
the elements.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
They was teaching that. They was teaching through the music. They was teaching through the music.
They was teaching through through the music. And I never really peeped that.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Because you gotta listen,
because the music is so fucking good. Like you get into that vibe, you hear those horns, that kick.
Hey,
like
when that fantasy come on.
Oh, that fantasy. That instantly you feel.
Yeah. That shit like and it's like you feel that shit in your
soul.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a different. It's like, and not to be too hotepish, motherfuckers get because I like vibrations is kind of but vibrations, frequencies, how it affects you, all that stuff is real. You know what I'm saying? It is real. And like the people, the way to talk about it can be overused. But when you that's the type of shit, like they understood that. Yeah. They understood that there needed to be love and positivity, positive energy in the music. Yeah. Because this is what the people are consuming. And this is how you reach them. This is how you talk to them subliminally. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like while you give them messages, there's like they don't even really understand. Like you said, you didn't really understand it, but you know how that shit made you feel though.
Yeah, like,
you know
the reasons he was like the reasons is one of the most played wedding songs. Everything, and he was like that is even. I love that song. He was like, bro, that's not even about love. That's not even about relationships. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? That song is something totally different. Yeah. It's empowering. You understand?
But it's the reasons why we're here.
Exactly. You feel what I'm saying? Like it was
not me and you at the altar. The reasons why we are
all
here.
exist.
You know what I'm saying? The reasons
But
why we're here.
Eventually, like, through the time of Earth, Wind, and Fire touring and stuff like that, all of the band members had got on that same wavelength of meditation, doing yoga. They was eating right. You know what I'm saying? So when we got into that vibe, that's when you heard the best of Earth, Wind, and Fire. And that says a lot.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you talked about vibrations and how it make you feel. But he was like, when we all got on the same path, it just opened up. But my favorite is my Dipset and Locks. Like, that was just...
That
was just it for me.
You know what?
So
When I said Jeezy, well, not because I'll still say Jeezy and Gucci was the most epic. Was the most epic just because of what happened. But because it was really like a Locks appreciation party for that Locks and Dipset shit. Because I remember leading up to it, like Dipset finna smoke the Locks.
Everybody said that.
Everybody was saying
everybody.
because people remember Dipset hits. People don't remember the Locks because they don't have as many hits. They don't. And when you talk about commercial success,
commercial success.
Yeah, commercial success. Dipset far outpaces the Locks.
No, that's right.
But in that type of I feel like if it had been like early on Versus, where they were just sitting in the studio playing songs back and forth,
Dipset would have won.
Dipset would have won
easily.
But
I give you that one.
So like,
showmanship.
The showmanship, and is people forgot about the mixtape era, and it being in New York in the Garden, and all like the real hip hop niggas that was listening to them mixtape, them Funk Flex, them DJ SNS, them DJ Clues, back in the day. Remember how the Locks was tearing shit down, nigga.
And I still to this day say there is no group outside of Outkast that can fuck with the Locks. I'm sorry.
As a unit?
As a unit. I can't think of one group that can fuck with the Locks as a unit.
And because they have
so
that.
Good, it's crazy.
Hey.
Wait, can we play this?
Only 5 seconds. But people get an idea of what they're talking about.
Hey,
right there.
And it was like, and then nigga Jadakiss just went like unconscious.
He did though.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was just a beautiful thing to watch because we Locks.
We go with the underdogs.
Wasn't me, you, and June went to go see them at the House of Blues?
Yes.
One of the best concerts I've ever been to, Joe.
Nigga,
and they did all that old shit.
Nigga,
you know what I'm saying?
They said the Locks was in town, I was like, I want 3 tickets.
Oh yeah.
I hit this nigga. Hey, we going.
Bro, one of the best concerts, and this had to have been like 2018, 2019, somewhere in there.
Nah, I want to say.
Nah, it had to have been. It was around 2018.
Damn, was that far ago?
Yeah. Nah, because this was pre-pandemic, G.
Yeah, it was.
And it was 2018. It was either 2018 or 2019, somewhere in there.
If you ever been to Chicago and if you ever been to the House of Blues, right, you know that they don't really fuck with you on the smoking side.
Oh yeah,
it
was too much. It was too much.
It was that night.
But it was too many. Yeah, they couldn't stop everybody.
They couldn't stop everybody.
And it was one of them. It was one of them because the Locks, they bring out a certain crowd. It's real niggas in here. You know
real
what I'm saying?
Niggas in there.
Yeah, so it's like security got business decisions to make, and they not finna be talking to because everybody was smoking.
That nigga run Inglewood. I ain't fucking with that nigga.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, bro, like, so the Locks, man, like, their camaraderie and like just because they really fuck with each other.
Yeah.
And that's what they were saying, like, Dip said they kind of fractured for real. They not sitting there practicing together. They not performing together.
They're not.
They probably hadn't all been in the same room for a minute.
The Locks, they do tours.
Yeah,
dude.
they with each other all like they
really like brothers though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dipset was pieced together, but
right.
But the Locks are like brothers.
They came up together. Yeah, you know, even with so like cause the Locks, Dipset, like you got like Jewels was the little homie. Like, yeah, and Cam and Jimmy was close. They was saying Harlem, but they didn't really come up together. Like Mason Cam is out.
Mason Cam came up together.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they played. They was on the same fucking high school basketball team. You know what I mean? They got a different type of relationship, and that's the type of camaraderie that the Locks had, and that just show you the difference between like people that just like they can throw songs together. When it comes time to perform, the motherfuckers that got the chemistry.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They bodied him. It wasn't even close. They had Cam shook at the end. Remember the nigga Cam tried to freestyle at the end and he couldn't do it? You know what I'm saying?
When that nigga said, when Joel Santana's like, them niggas ain't got no girl hits though.
They did the Mariah Carey.
We ain't got no girl
Grammys.
Yeah, we got Grammys, son.
Hey. And I remember I was outside at like this cannabis event. Me and said when it was just some shit on Cottage. My homegirl John Day put the shit together, and they had the shit on the screen. Nigga, we was outside. It was a nice night. We outside in like the back of this business. You know what I'm saying? Smoking, getting high as fuck, and it was a pro Dipset crowd, and I'm in that bitch like, yeah, y'all don't know the locks. Yeah. And so it was so satisfying for me personally to sit there like, yeah, niggas, I told you. You know, like, it was that definitely was, obviously that definitely was one top.
I'm about to say, as far as if there was an objective vote, I really do believe, hands down, everybody would pick the Locks versus Dipset as the best one.
I mean, now it's just like,
it was.
I mean,
that was so good. It was crazy.
The interviews after that, I think Jim Jones was like, he like, man, bro, the niggas, he like, it's no disrespect to my family, but them niggas, they perform together a lot and they practice a lot, but they also come from that Diddy lifestyle.
Yeah, well,
Bad Boy.
Yeah, they taught you how to perform. Yeah,
one thing about Bad Boy Records, when they was on that run, they taught everybody how to perform and how to have a stage presence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was like key to him. And I mean, so that's what showed out. And that's what Jim Jones said. That's what showed out. We didn't have that direction. Yeah. We went from entertainment, then we went to Rockefeller. You feel what I'm saying? We didn't have that structure of them actually telling us how to perform together. Like if you look at Dipset and the Locks perform, the Dipset, they spread out.
Yeah, but that's because they came from, Diddy came from the Uptown Swing era.
Yeah.
He came from he started with Uptown Records. You know what I mean? So that's where like niggas was in the club dancing, had whole routines. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas like Big Daddy Kane, you know what I mean, had whole fucking dance routines.
He
nigga.
did though.
You know what I'm saying? And like was lyrically sharp as fuck, but could dance his ass off still. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga can beat you in a freestyle on the dance battle.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Right.
Shout out to everybody that when I put up that post about could you ban Diddy's music because of allegations, everybody was like, no, I can't. It's impossible for me. One girl hit me back, was like, I'm still playing Kells. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I
mean, that's a lot of people still playing. I don't think it's anything wrong with people playing R.Kelly. Nah. If it's a personal choice, I'm not one of them people to be like, you can't listen to R.Kelly. You can do what the fuck you want to do.
You can do what you want,
but Diddy, when you talk and say what you want about Bad Boy and Diddy, but you can't replace what they did for hip hop. If you want to talk about even more so than Jay, I want to say Jay-Z's influence really started in like the 2000s.
Yeah.
But when you want to talk about 90s hip hop, there are three pillars in terms of like, if you want to talk about influence over the game, and just like their overall body of work. Bad Boy, between motherfucking you got to talk about obviously Big.
Yes, sir.
And then the No Way Out album came out in the 90s.
Classic.
Mason Betha. You know what I'm saying?
Classic.
Like fucking Mace, that Harlem World. So you want to talk about even though Lil Kim technically wasn't on Bad Boy, but the Bad Boy era shaped hip hop, right? I'm sorry. Four. So Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang definitely. Wu-Tang definitely shaped. In terms of influence, Wu-Tang shaped them. They were kind of
debatable.
They were
They are kind of first of all.
Wu-Tang is one of the most influential.
Yeah. Oh no. Wait. I'm not. Hold on. I'm not.
Wu-Tang,
First of all, I
Wu-Tang.
want to clarify something. I am not disrespecting the Wu at all. The Wu-Tang is the Wu-Tang. I fuck with the Wu-Tang heavy. All I'm saying is,
Shame on a
as far
nigga.
if we want to talk about just influence on the game, I can think of two a little bit above that would be above the Wu.
I'm gonna give you two. Nas.
As much as I love Nas, I wouldn't even put Nas.
Nas changed the way niggas rap. G. You can't you can't deny it. That mafioso, that Esco flow. You can't act like niggas was not copying Nas shit.
Who?
A lot of people, bro.
One.
Like a bunch of like even because like you want to talk about that shit. Remember on the purple tape when Ghost was talking about how like Bad Boy stole nigga a Nas shit for the big album cover. Like the way
Okay, I give you that.
the whole like that whole mafioso flow the niggas was doing in the 90s. Joe, like
we're talking about the 90s, the influence in the 90s. I still have
Nas's fingerprint is heavy on the early 90s.
No, you
Joe.
said you have 4. Give me your 4, and I'm gonna tell you.
And the last one was Pac.
Here we go, man. But you gonna get this whole fucking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
You gonna get us. We ain't nobody gonna be able to listen to it.
Yeah.
You can play 5 seconds, man.
Then you play
That was more than 5 seconds. Anyway,
I get.
put the fucking phone down.
I'm with you, bro. I feel you, bro. You on the vibe, nigga. I get
Just
you.
saying, y'all taking me there.
You off the Uncle Nearest, nigga. I already know.
But Pac, and Pac,
Pac is number one.
arguably the most influential rapper
Ever.
of all time.
Okay, now that was because that was one I was gonna say.
Yeah, Pac. That's why, because I almost forgot about Pac. That's why I had to say 4 because there's arguably nobody that had more influence
than Tupac at all. Period.
Yeah, over in hip hop more than Pac.
And
you can say that even before he died.
No, of course, I agree. The notion of me against the world, fuck everybody, I'm a gangster and all that. That Tupac is the epitome of that. That was him. The other artist or group I was going to say is NWA. Pac and NWA was coming. Hold on, wait a minute.
I was saying the 90s. That was the 80s. But finish your point.
I'm even into the into the 90s. Are you serious?
NWA wasn't really a thing in the 90s, bro.
No, I'm talking about their impact carried over. Tupac carried when Tupac, I would say from. I ain't gonna say Machiavelli. I want to say what was before Machiavelli. Was it
Machiavelli? All Eyes on Me was before Machiavelli.
No, All Eyes on Me was last.
Nah, Machiavelli was last.
Machiavelli? No, wait,
no. Yes, the 7 day theory, nigga. Because
you're right.
When the Hail Mary video came out, nigga, he was dead.
He was dead. You're right. My bad. So before what was before? God damn it, I can look at
before All Eyes on Me was Me Against the World.
Why is Machiavelli not even
Me Against the
on
World?
Me Against the World was before all that. Yeah.
Well, like for example, from Me Against, I would say arguably from Me Against the World on up until now, even though real niggas was definitely probably
1995.
Even though real niggas definitely said like Tupac Live Now.
Tupac Lives Now, strictly for my niggas.
Strictly for my
niggas was my shit.
Yeah. So, but I'm like that album on Tupac had influence on. I'm telling you, NWA is there. The footprint for Tupac.
Don't play nothing else, nigga.
The footprint for Tupac was created. The blueprint was created from
that rebellious fuck the police.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that influence without NWA, you could not accept Tupac.
Well, I mean, so
at the time,
yeah. I mean, so yeah. So you are correct. I don't disagree with you. I would say, thank you. Because you always want to get up anyway, nigga.
Right. You about to cough, piss, and then make another drink.
So NWA is also up there. You want to talk about one of the most influential groups, period. Regardless of genre. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like what their influence was on music, pop culture, life. You know what I'm saying? Because like they're in NWA, when they said fuck the police, like that went beyond rap music.
Right. So that's
like you had police showing up at their shows behind that shit.
Right, and that's why I say, as far as like influence alone, that's why I say no disrespect to the Wu, because the Wu is you can't count out the Wu. But as far as influence that carried over, that set up for the niggas like the Wu, you have to say NW, like you just have to.
But the thing about the Wu is, and so, okay, when you say influence, there weren't the Wu is one of those phenomenons where it's just like there will be another. There will not be another.
there will never be another Wu.
Yeah.
At all, ever. Like no. Let's another.
You put a little too much lemonade in there, man. Give me a little more whiskey, please.
Yeah, let's make that clear.
Yeah, but
there will never be another Wu.
There will never be a group of 9 motherfuckers as lyrically sharp.
As the I get,
you know what I'm saying, and with all their own styles, everybody in the Wu had their own style.
Yes, they sure did.
Everybody was different. Everybody had their own flavor. So when you talk about influence, you gotta think about like how many. You talking about worldwide? How many people it is in the world with Wu-Tang tattoos?
I agree.
On their body.
For
you know
sure.
What I'm saying? Like the Wu.
I agree. I'm not the only reason why I say like here's my thing. Here's my thing. If I had no, I'm good. If I, for example, hypothetically, if it was a fifth, like I don't like it. Yes, hip hop is naturally competitive, but I don't like. I'm to the point where it's like, yo, if they dope, everybody got their own lane. If they dope, they dope. But if we're gonna talk about overall Wu versus NWA, of course I'm gonna say the Wu because just the sheer amount of. Like you said, worldwide influence, the amount of music they had, the amount of the members that they had, that, like you said, individually, right. All of them had like an individual album. And they were all for at least drop one album that was cold, at least one album that individually that was cold as fuck. So as far as overall, of course I say the Wu. The only reason why I say NWA, just because of what they did that set up legitimately every rapper after that, they made it a lot easier.
They created a genre. There was no like that West Coast gangster rap.
Yeah.
Like Will, I won't say that shit started with NWA because there was definitely people out there in that vein, but they made it. They created the lane for it.
They made that sox hat popular.
Yeah. This is
they did.
This is true. This especially.
I think personally,
I'm a White Sox fan. So, but they did, especially with Dre.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and Q. You know what I mean?
I think really like. I think everybody has their own time, right? And I say that because every artist you guys mentioned came out and almost like 2 or 3 years later after each other. You feel what I'm saying? So like I think every artist has that moment, right? You had Tupac have his moment. You had Nas have his moment. You had Wu-Tang have their moment. I think Nas and Wu-Tang really had their moment at the same time because It Was Written was out. Can It All Be So Simple was out. You know what I'm saying? You had Raekwon coming right after that. You feel what I'm saying? 36 Chambers. All that shit was just right around.
Between like 92 and 96, so many like just iconic influential albums came out in that short amount of time.
And then when you have that, you have the Wu-Tang setting that standard, right? Yeah. You had a little bit before that. NWA came out after that, right? No, a little bit before that, right?
Wait, a little bit before what? What are you talking about?
Before Nas and
nigga, NWA was in the 80s,
like,
yeah,
87, 88,
yeah,
right. So like you got that era, and then
because even before, because the NWA had broke up, because the Chronic, Dr. Dre dropped the Chronic before It Was Written, before Into the Wu-Tang.
Yeah, they came out before, was it 90 or 91?
The Chronic came out as like 92, I want to say. I think the Chronic was 92.
NWA in 1987.
Yeah, 87, yeah. I'm not sure. It was late 80s.
Straight Outta Compton came out in 88.
Yeah, no, but the Chronic that's one of the greatest.
Yeah. But when
and that shit came out December 15th, 1992.
So everybody had their moment. And then you had Bad Boy. They had their moment in 96. Their moment came, right? You had Nas and Wu-Tang running for like 3 or 4 years. And then you had the shiny suits. Yeah, well, not the shiny suits, but like the bling bling.
Well, the shiny suit era really started after Big died. Because that was more Puff.
But not the shiny suit era. More so of the baller status. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
Because you get Big Papa, One More Chance. You know what I'm saying? All of these records was on some old New York player, mafioso, you know what I mean, type shit. You feel what I'm saying? And then it also brought in bottles. Like our interview earlier this year we had with Jay Illa, when he was like, I feel that Bad Boy kind of, when they came in the game, they kind of killed the club era because now people's looking for sections and bottle service.
Everybody want to start.
Everybody want to stunt now. Everybody want to be flashy. Like, back in the day and here in Chicago when we used to club back in the early 2000s, the VIP was a whole nother room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you was disconnected from
was away from
the room.
Where the party was.
Right. So like you in the party. You ain't worried about who in VIP. Because you can't see who in VIP.
Right. Yeah,
and we didn't give a fuck.
And we didn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we didn't pay $5 in here.
We trying to get it in.
Right.
We finna leave out this bitch clothes soaking fucking wet.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Pocket full of numbers and shit.
Right, yeah. Paid $5 and had a great fucking time.
Yeah.
Night.
By the time you had the second era of right after Bad Boy was Rockefeller.
And more balling.
You know what I'm saying? Which is more balling.
Nigga, now you gotta have platinum chains and shit.
Right. You know
and that's when
saying?
niggas found out how much platinum costs. Like, well, shit, nigga, I gotta sell drugs.
Hey, yo, dog, what's the difference between a 4.0 and a 4.6?
About 30 to 40 grand,
cocksucker. Beat it. You know what I'm saying? So that
like,
era
you probably
came in.
gonna hop on my dick right there, right in front of your bitch. Go ask you stupid ass shit. Like, hey, man.
Hey,
that's my favorite. Imaginary Players is my favorite Jay-Z song.
But then you had that Jay-Z era. And then after that Jay-Z era, you had 50. You had Ja Rule.
What the Dipset
you had
was
Nelly.
in between.
You had Dipset. What Dipset was?
Dipset was before G Unit.
Dipset was before G Unit.
Because so Dipset, even though they had that because that when Cameron dropped "Come Home with Me,"
that shit was so cool.
No, people snooze. Sex, drugs, entertainment was my shit.
I wasn't on Rockefeller, and I agree. I agree.
Shit.
Sex, drugs, and entertainment because Sex, drugs, and entertainment was his second album. His first album was Confessions of Fire. That's the one that had Horse and Carriage on it,
which was also fire.
Yeah, the Confessions of Fire was a cool album.
357, that video was crazy.
Yeah, but SDE, Sports, Drugs, and Entertainment, because one of my favorite Cam songs all time with Prodigy led Losing Weight. Losing Weight is a fucking...
My favorite joint was Joel Santana. I want to stand on poles with grams of O's, a construction pair of Timbs and a pair of Jabos.
So
Santana was getting off.
But so the Dipset era, like, so you talking about when Cam dropped "Come Home with Me," and that, like, and even so, Old Boy was a hit, right? But when they dropped it, when Hey Ma.
And
when Hey Ma came out,
pushed them over the edge.
Yeah, that definitely okay. Like, no, these niggas is here to stay.
Oh boy,
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Old Boy kicked it off.
Yeah,
Old Boy kicked it off.
But Hey Ma, because usually
Hey Ma.
your second single after that is really gonna determine if you really gonna last.
And Hey Ma was a motherfucking smash,
man,
nigga.
Well, Hey Ma was so cold.
Yeah.
And also that came around the same time. Almost, I want to say. I'm gonna have to research that first because I want to say Clips came out around that time, but I think they came out later on.
That was
later. I think that was
later.
Clips. That was
later on.
That was later on.
But like
because the Neptunes for Rell wasn't really even a thing yet. Like you had because they had some shit.
No.
Because Super Thug was out.
Lord Willing, 2002.
They were a thing. They were a thing. It's just they were a thing. It's just for niggas they weren't. You gotta remember that game heavy, bro.
But Super Thug was already out.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
because Super Thug came out like '98, and that's when niggas really started getting in tune to the Neptunes. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
because Nori really put the Neptunes on.
Hey. That Noriega album, and I want to say this to Nori, because he's one of the reasons why we're here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like with
the podcast.
On the podcast shit, Drink Champs was one of the first podcasts that I picked up. The original person I picked up on podcast was Howard Stern. That's how long I really wanted to be doing this. Like, Howard Stern was my nigga. He ain't my nigga, but you know, I used to live. But that Nori album, Niggas on the Run Eating.
Yeah, in the NRE was cool.
Is a fucking classic all the way through.
Hey, you know that
all the way.
That shit. with Carl Thomas, nigga, that I Love My Life.
I love my
Even
life.
that shit with Nas, Body in the Trunk. That Body in the Trunk, nigga.
That song with him and Busta Rhymes.
Yeah. No, that nigga's on the run eating.
Yeah.
It was a classic album.
He had a lot of Banned from TV was from the album. With
Banned
Camp
from TV was on that album.
You know what I'm saying, with the Locks.
And that with the Locks, nigga, Big Pun was on that shit.
Yeah.
I ain't listened to the album in at least.
Gee, that's one of my.
And that's the collab era. In that the collabs in that era was crazy because everybody was on everybody's shit. Because remember the John Blaze nigga? That John Blaze nigga on the Fat Joe?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It was Fat Joe, Big Pun, the Locks, Nas nigga.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The collab era, remember you had shit like 24 Hours to Live, nigga with DMX, Mace, the Locks, Black Rob. The collabs in that era was crazy. Reservoir Dogs with Jay-Z, Beanie Siegel, DMX, and the Locks. The Locks are a recurring theme here. If you realize, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what people forget about it. The Locks, they've been a
I
part of.
give a fuck who you are. So fuck who you are.
That nigga Styles was crazy with that shit.
No, that was Chic. No, that was Styles.
That was
Styles. My bad. That was Styles.
But that was also the time where Beanie Siegel had to rap in front of the Locks, and the story goes, Dame Dash said he was like he rapped for like 100 bars because we wanted to see if he could get approval from the Locks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why when Locks and Jadakiss, with Jadakiss and Beanie Siegel had that beef, and one of the freestyles, Jadakiss was like, "Nigga, you performed in front of me to see if you was gonna beat." Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
but at that time the Locks was established.
Yeah, exactly.
They had years in the game. Beanie Siegel was a new nigga.
They had bars back then.
Oh yeah, no.
Because who remembers the opening track of the Locks' first album?
What was the opening track?
What was the opening? Hold on. What was the opening track?
Don't
you play it, nigga. No, hold on.
The opening track of the Locks.
Hold on. Let me find it. Hold on. This nigga about to play it.
Don't play the fucking
nigga
song.
Gonna get us. The We Are the Streets album, right?
Nah, Money, Power, Respect.
Money, Power, Respect.
They came out after. Oh,
nah, that was the first. That was
no. I'm saying.
Are you talking about that living? Oh yeah. Okay. Turn it off, nigga. Turn it off.
That song right there, Living a Life. That right there. That's what I knew. They had bars. And that's why Jay and them respected him so much.
Money, Power, Respect.
And was like, yo,
I'm tweaking.
You know what I'm saying? You know, but as you can see,
but Bitches from Eastwick was on that album, nigga.
Man, it was a lot.
All for the Love.
Yeah, I want to thank you. I want to thank you, Heavenly Father.
Yeah, man.
For shining this light. And you know what? Last Days. Can we live to the last days?
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta listen to this shit on the way back to the crib. I forgot.
It was so people forget about Money, Power, and Respect because the lead single was If You Think I'm Jiggy, which is still a decent song.
Yeah, it's decent, but nobody remember. The only song people remember is Money, Power, and Respect for the most.
Because we had Lil Kim on there.
Yeah, that second single kind of pushed it toward. But as you can see on this pod, man. We're talking about just music in general. We've been going for a minute. We came on here like this is the last part of the year. Shout out to our co-host Sean. He had to take care of family business, so we came on here just to talk shit, give you our opinions of 2023. It's just really music shit.
We really ain't talk about 2023.
We did. We didn't talk about it, but
I mean the shit happened so fast. So it was just like it was just another year of wild shit happening. The world's crazy.
But
people faking kidnappings.
They got a movie. They got a movie. It's a Tubi movie.
Of course.
On Tubi about the fucking kidnapping.
Of course.
Some girl posted it and she's like, "It's the funniest shit in the world."
I seen there was a Tubi movie about the fucking Meg and Tory Lane shit.
Yeah. Wait, was that real or was that?
It may have been real. It may have been. I don't know.
They have it out. It's out, but I don't think it was approved by Meg and Tory or nothing.
And I don't know if Party would ever see this. Stop talking, Joe.
Who?
Dude, party
Next
party
Door?
fun. No, party
Partisan
Fontaine.
Fontaine?
Partisan Fontaine. Meg, X or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Stop doing interviews, Joe. Stop talking.
Hey man, hey, hold on. Man, I'm glad you said something. Everybody's quiet on the Meg did him bogus, bro.
She did mention him in the song.
See, now here's the thing. Now if it was the other way around, we would sit there be doggers and partisan.
I mean, but this about the
no.
I'm agreeing with you.
Meg, that nigga stood by her side the entire time. That nigga had to hear about stories about her fucking other niggas, basketball players, sucking this dude's dick, sucking that dude's dick. And you know what? He stuck by her. He was getting into it with niggas online. And as soon as that nigga went to jail, Tory Lanez went to jail, what the fuck did Megan do? She dumped him. And y'all bras was fucking quiet. If it was the other way around, y'all would be calling Partisan Fontaine all type of bitch ass niggas.
They did.
Ain't shit. But how though?
They did because he came out with a diss record.
He rightfully stood
so.
by her side, and then but nobody gonna stick up for Partisan Fontaine. We gonna stick. See, this is what I'm saying, man. Y'all like that's shout out to Partisan Fontaine, bro. You have every right to make every diss track that you want.
Hey, I applaud the man because he fucked Megan.
I mean, but let everybody tell it. Everybody was fucking Megan.
I mean, so okay.
He would, bro. Come on, bro. Like, come on. No, Rell. Hold on. Before you say something, let's think about this for 2 seconds.
Okay, 2 seconds.
If your girl got shot in the foot,
we gonna find your pinky toe.
I'm sorry.
We gonna find your pinky toe.
I'm sorry. That's not funny.
It's not funny, but
I just wasn't expecting.
I'm just saying.
Hold on.
He shot my pinky toe.
Imagine your bitch got shot in the foot.
Right.
I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
So she gets shot in the foot, right?
Okay.
Next, you know, all these stories are coming out because she pressed charges on the dude that shot in the foot. You don't know now put yourself in his shoes. You don't know none of this shit that's transpired. Next, you know, you found out she was sucking this nigga's dick. She was fucking this dude. She was fucking that dude. She was fucking that dude. She was fucking that dude. All these stories are coming out. And you sitting there like, you look like a fucking fool while all this shit is happening. And you decide, you know what? I'm going to defend you because it's my girl. I'm going to defend my woman. The trial is over. She dumps you.
So I'm going to... Okay. So just based on everything you just said. Mm-hmm. All right. First off, so obviously there are things that I have no concept of. Mm-hmm. One, being famous. Two, dating a woman that is famous.
Fuck the fame. Just
No. That plays that's a part of it.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is because more people are talking about you. More people are in your business. There are more people. There are more outside influences, and that shit matters.
There's
right?
girls that done shot their niggas and niggas that done shot their girls, and they still together to this day.
Yeah, but yeah, because I know plenty of niggas that didn't been shot.
I knew a girl hit a nigga with the car. And they was together next week.
Okay. Yeah, so hold on.
In the context of the situation, come on, let's not do that part.
I'm trying to maintain the context.
Okay.
So, but if you're just saying like how he found out or he's hearing about her doing this, that, and the third, and okay, so you decide to stand by. Mm-hmm. So that's at the end of the day. If this is me, this is my decision. Mm-hmm. I am deciding that despite all of this shit that I'm hearing that may or may not be true,
you gonna stand by
that I may not be able to confirm, I am making the choice to stand by my woman.
That's right. And
right?
then she dumps you.
Then, nigga, that you took a fucking L. You made a series of bad decisions, and you need to accept your fate and move on and learn from it. And doing interviews and speaking on it and trying to spare all the details to try to make yourself not look like a goofy kind of makes you look a little goofy.
I'm saying, how would you feel? That's my question.
Yeah,
would you be pissed?
Yeah, I'll be pissed.
Okay, so can you understand where he coming from?
Yeah, I do.
No, because I've never been through anything like that.
No, I'm just saying. No. I'm not. I mean, yes, this is a hypothetical.
But I get it. I mean, she came out with the song talking about.
So I do because I see she came back and was on some like, I ain't said nothing about him, and I'm like, nah, you obviously made the song. You was talking about him. You was talking about that. We all know. So don't. So she did try to. I did see that. I didn't. But see, that's the thing. You're not going to win a back and forth public argument with a woman.
I agree. I'm not.
So why are you putting yourself in a position where where you're putting yourself in that position? And that's what I'm saying. That's what he's doing. You're not going to win this, bro.
My thing, I'm not okay. You know what? Fair enough. My thing is why are we not riding with Partisan Fontaine on it? Because if this was the other way around, we would be talking shit about Partisan Fontaine. And you know we would, bro.
I mean, you know what?
Let's just keep. Come on, let's come on. Please,
I'm gonna say it like this. If the tables turn, yes, we'll be talking.
Thank you. So it's like now all of a sudden, this Megan is doing it is okay.
We really didn't get a lot of like. It wasn't a lot of.
Keep it fair, bro. Be fair.
There are a lot of double standards in life,
which is true, and I'm with you on that. But there's certain things that are equal, and they just are. If I'm dog, if my woman, if me and my wife was getting, and I put her through all this shit, right? And let's just say, I'm shooting bitches in the toe, and I'm doing all types of wild shit, right? Then you
want to shoot me in my pinky toe?
Right? And you know what I mean? And I'm sitting here, and I'm fucking all these different bras. I done got another bra. I'm doing all types of wild shit, right?
So you Tristan Thompson,
basically. And then next you know I did, and then I divorced and then I divorced her. I look like a piece of shit.
Hey,
and you would be.
Thank you. So then it's like right. So then it's like in that context, there are double standards, but there are certain things that are equal. This is equal playing field.
I get what you're saying. My message is independent of that. I'm just saying the party, bro. You're not gonna win this in public. So you talking, trying to save face is not helping.
Okay. Another example of this celebrity shit. Recently, Cardi B and Offset went through a thing.
They always going through a fucking thing.
Now, a few days ago, Cardi was on live, and she just went all the way off.
I heard it. I actually heard this.
And she hit the Latina cry and yell.
Oh, yeah, no, she was hurt. Yeah, she was. Yeah, that was real. That wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was real. She, whatever the fuck he did, nigga, she's tired.
Same thing with
talking about R.Kelly. When a woman's fed up,
man.
and let me guess, if we find all of the details, who gonna look bad? Who gonna be talking shit? We're gonna talk shit about Offset. I swear to God, more often than not, there'd be more people talking shit about Offset than people talking shit about.
I would say this. I would say this. Meg knew what that song was about. She knew who exactly she was talking about.
Are you talking about the shit when she dropped? Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. She was talking. So, So don't try to act like you're not. Yeah,
I feel that he was in his right to speak about it and talk about it, because a lot of times in the internet world and in the media world, the male always gets the shit end of the stick
every time.
We never highlight when the woman is the shit of the stick, because we're so used to blaming the male. And it goes for all races. And then black, white, whatever.
Right. And then as soon as you got the opportunity to, nobody talks shit about Meg. That is crazy to me.
Same thing with Jonathan Majors. We talked about when that shit first came out. Everybody was like, oh, I can see he can be violent. Did you see him in Rocky IV? He was so aggressive and he's so swole. He did that shit, girl. It
was Creed. It was.
Oh, Creed. I'm sorry. Yeah, Creed.
Rocky IV.
Ivan Drago was in Rocky IV. You can't get those mixed up. You can't.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
These are iconic movies. I'm sorry.
But with Creed, continue. And then the tape comes out and it shows he's running away from the young lady. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And ain't nobody sitting there talking shit about that lady.
Hold on. Can we talk about this for a second?
Yeah. Wait.
Nigga, how far did they run? Nigga, they ran through so many cameras. It was like remember like back in the 80s the movies and shit where it was always be the chase scene at the end.
It'd be clips,
right?
They run down the street, around the corner, down there in the alley.
And why was she chasing him?
She was trying to beat his ass.
They ran so far.
He was running so fast.
Obviously, Jonathan Majors is in good shape. I mean, you see him, he's cut up. He looks like, you know what I'm saying? He's the picture, looks like the picture of fucking health. So him being able to run a few blocks. But obviously, old girl is in good shape too. She almost got hit by a car once, I think. It was just like they were running for so long.
And Jonathan Majors lost a big fucking contract.
He lost his Marvel. They canceled him as a Marvel.
They canceled it.
They haven't canceled it. They've been putting things on hold, but he was just in Loki season 2.
That was already made.
But what I'm saying is they haven't replaced because Jonathan Majors, his character in the Marvel in the MCU was Kang. He was supposed to be like one of the main villains. So they haven't completely changed. So they're basically waiting for the outcome of what's going to happen here. They've stalled, but they haven't canceled. They put hold on production of certain things, trying to figure out how this thing is going to go. But they haven't fired him from the MCU as of yet. Because, if they had fired him, then they never would have had him in that because Loki just came out a couple of months ago.
Yeah, I know, but
they never would have had him in that.
That's old footage though. Like that's been.
But what I'm saying is they would if they weren't gonna have if they had already made a decision that he was not going to be MCU, they would have reshot that shit.
No, I get what you're saying, but not all I'm. But okay, all right.
Great fucking series, by the way. If you haven't seen it,
I will say this: they put his career is in danger off a fucking.
Absolutely.
It seems like at least it seems like
what it was. I would say it was because now since the footage that came out, now he's in he's in his right. Anything that he has lost, he can sue them like, hey.
She chased this nigga for like 18 blocks.
But I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? If the tables were turned, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times we do catch the flack of it, everything.
You're damn right.
What I'm going to say is, first off,
Shout out to Partisan. Go ahead.
I'm not, Partisan. All right. But for Jonathan Majors, first off, I'm not running that far.
You better.
For 2, I cannot engage. You know what I'm saying?
He was trying not to engage. Then he got his Carl Lewis home.
Your best bet is to run. There's no such thing as your big ass not engaging if you just standing there.
Yeah, I mean we have over time we have seen plenty of examples where
you better move, nigga.
Nigga, a lot of times like that person be the aggressor, and because you're a man, you're not supposed to react. So there's been plenty of times with plenty of footage when niggas be like, yo, get the fuck away from me. I ain't trying. And they'll do whatever. Like, they'll run 15, 20 blocks. Jump fences and everything.
I'm going to get in my car. If there's not a car there, I'm going to call an Uber.
But see, that's the thing.
I'm going to get away.
That's the thing. Jonathan Majors, they in his driver's car.
And that's the thing. I saw somebody, they fell out the car, then this nigga just started running.
Yeah, like
I feel like that reaction, I feel like there may have been some drugs involved.
You know, I don't think so.
I feel like
it could have been a lot of drinking.
Come on, you just gonna start running like
that?
Yes.
You know what I think? Let me tell you what Jonathan Majors was thinking of. Uh-huh. That nigga was thinking about his career. He was like, you know what? Nope. I'm King the Conqueror.
And she's white.
You see what I'm saying? And it is like, you think I'm about to lose King the Conqueror money for you? I'm bye. And he's
bye, bitch.
Ran. Like, here's the thing.
Bye, bitch.
And that Rell, in that circumstance, I'm with Jonathan Majors. I'd have run too. And guess what? Good thing he did. You know why? Because there's 18 cameras that saw that shit that happened. Imagine if he just stayed in there. It would have been. That would have been Chris Brown and Rihanna all over again.
And that video was so long. I was legit just watching it just to see how far it was gonna go. like how many cameras did they run through? How far? This nigga ran like half the New York City Marathon, Joe.
Shout out to Jonathan Majors. Kids, what have we learned? Run.
Cardio is important.
Hey, look, in 2023, we have seen some wild shit. I think we're all here to, be blessed that we're here. Some of the best things that happened in 2023. I don't know about you guys, but I had a fucking an amazing year. I got a chance to take a road trip with my dad and my son. I got a chance to barbecue with my dad at 86 on Father's Day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got a chance to see some very legendary acts, and so was you. You know what I'm saying? And you spent real good time with your family. I mean, like, it's all about in this world. Like, you know, we're 3 years out of 2020, and I ain't gonna lie, I miss 2020. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of miss just, you know, just being away from everything. You know what I'm saying? And being connected with the people that you really
I missed
fuck with.
the traffic.
Yeah.
That no traffic during the pandemic was
man. You
was
can leave.
so key.
Oh, you can leave 5 minutes.
You can get
work.
You can get anywhere in 20 minutes.
Nigga, I was Uber. Nigga, I was Uber for like 4 hours. I got like $400. Like, nigga, it was blue.
I just like just driving to the suburbs, driving anywhere, wherever you wanted to go. It was like
it
was no issue whatsoever.
Yeah, man. So, like, you know, 2023 has been a great year. What were some of the highlights before we get out of here of your year, personally or just entertainment wise?
I don't know, man. I've learned to take every day as a blessing, man. I'm alive. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people can't say. I lost four family members this year. You know what I mean? And then like I lost my cousin Yanni January 7th. Like, there was a few days after her birthday. I lost my uncle, and I want to say that was March or April. And then I lost my cousin Elaine, and I think that was August. And then a couple days later, her brother, my other cousin Earl, passed away. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And so after all that, I learned. You know, one thing I just appreciate, just, you know, being here. You know what I mean? Like, easy because you just don't know when the fuck your day is your last day.
Yeah.
So it's like they're
That's
like
real shit.
You know, like, don't get me wrong. And then then not to mention, on my wife's side of the family, they just lost she just lost her great aunt last week. The funeral was yesterday. So, you know, this year in general, man, I just appreciate small shit, like being here talking shit on, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I appreciate every small thing, bro. Like, I learned to not complain. There's no favorite memory I have, you know what I mean? Like,
it's a break. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I think we all get breaks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, so this year,
you purple belt, motherfucking. Matter of fact, I meant to tell you that, my nigga. And that's my nigga is that my nigga will fuck you up.
And that's another. See, I'm glad you said that. That's another.
He will fuck you up. Don't run up on this. Hey,
that's another reason. That's another reason why you should run. You a fucking purple belt in jiu-jitsu, nigga. You better not stay in the car with no motherfucking. What's wrong with you? Get you. See,
you better put her in the chokehold. You better calm your ass down. Calm your ass.
That means I'm more susceptible to.
You more susceptible to getting your ass locked up on some dumb shit.
You like, what's that way to get your hands licensed?
That's it. You run, nigga. Run. Don't sit there. Be calm. Walk in another room. Run.
Shout out to Jimmy Williams.
Shout out, man.
For giving, you know what I'm saying, my professor, man, my teacher, my guy. Shout out to Antoine Evans, man. Fumasa and Fumasa Academy. Jimmy at Power Fitness, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big thing for me. You know, like, I don't know, jiu-jitsu is just kind of like my thing that keeps me
sane.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
From slapping a bitch.
Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? It's because at one point it was just kind of a hobby, a thing to do, but it's really become like a huge part of my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope,
and
man.
It's really, you know what I mean? So and it's just a lot of people that start jiu-jitsu, you know what I'm saying? Like, they start as white belts, but jiu-jitsu is hard, and it takes, like, you have to be consistent with it.
Yeah,
to get, because there are only 5 belts in jiu-jitsu. Not to go on the whole, but it's white, blue, purple, brown, black, right? And you have to train for years to advance from belt to belt. And so, like, most people that start never make it this far. So, you know what I mean? It's a huge. So it means a lot to me, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like the fact that I'm able to, like, improve enough to, like, But either way, you know what I'm saying. But that's definitely to
That
close
was
out.
Uncle Nearest. That was Uncle Nearest talking.
Yeah, right. But to close out the year, that was a big for me. But also, my daughter Nia, she graduated from 8th grade this year.
Damn, that's right.
Started high school, and she's just like, she's in so many like extracurricular activities. She's in her speech team, which is really more like they do more like acting. She's in theater. She's in the orchestra. She's in guitar ensemble. She's throwing shot put.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so she's really like blossoming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's been cool to see, like, kind of her like grow into all of that. Yeah, it's been a lot that's happened this year for sure.
I mean, that's dope. I mean, like, you know, we all at the age of, you know what I'm saying, in our 40s and late 30s. You know what I'm saying? So like we're all embracing. I mean, this is really, you know, not to put a sad part. Like, this is, as most people would say, this is the roughest time of your life, right? Between your 40s and your 50s, because if your parents are alive, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So it's just like
they getting older. You
right.
watching, they can't do as much. It's
a lot of stress. There's a lot of things that you think about when you're getting up. Like me, you know, my dad's 86. You know, I lost my mom 6-7 years ago. So just dealing with that and just really bracing the year, because 2023 was just a great year, not just for Easily Offended podcast, but just in general for us individually. You know what I'm saying? We got Sean getting back to his roots of being a comedian, which is one of the things that I really saw in him in Starbucks. And my nigga Chris, like me and Chris, like a lot of people don't know, like me and Chris go back since Evergreen Plaza, Carson Prairie Scott days. Mm-hmm. And ever since then, ever since then, I've always loved his thought of opinions and personality that he brings. So that's one of the reasons why we started this podcast in general. And Rell, I've been knowing him since I was 14. And Sean, I've been knowing him since 2013. So like to put 4 people on a platform and get the love and respect that we got from our podcast peers and our fans and everybody that liked and share and comment and inbox me like, man, when can I look? That's a lot of people asking for a guest spot with us, but like, you know, time, man. You know, we grown men, we all work the same. We got families, we got jobs.
Yeah, this shit ain't making money yet for real. We got whole ass jobs.
Whole
ass jobs with kids.
Until we start getting like big checks, then we can probably start getting big money. Like, so it is what it is right now.
Everybody, you got to be patient with us, because like, you know, we're starting off a new thing in Chicago. Like, it's not that many podcasts out here. There's not that many media outlets, and with radio going the way it's going, like we're here to provide you a service, provide you some thoughts, provide you some laughter, maybe some great opinions, or maybe some things you could talk about amongst your friends. So, like, this is what we're here for, man. Easily Offended podcast, man. And then we want to really thank everybody that support us 2023.
All right.
You know?
Can I
go
before
ahead.
We go, you know, it's time for us to. Now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends.
I know, right?
But I just want to say this. We come into the end 2023, right? There's a possibility. Okay. Can we leave the relationship podcast, the men versus women?
Please.
Can we leave it?
As soon as you say that, 3 more just popped up, nigga.
Can we stop talking about it, please? I know, yeah. I just it's been enough. There's been enough opinions. There's been enough shows. We've all heard what we by now. If you haven't heard what you need to hear, if you haven't heard enough, if you haven't gotten the piece of advice you need, to get your desired mate to whatever the fuck it is you're trying to do.
Bad dog die alone.
Then then maybe you are just supposed to be by yourself. But just for the love of everything holy.
It is. I
for
agree
sweet
on that one,
infant baby 8-pound Jesus in a manger. Can we just stop it, please? Okay, I'm done. It is
a lot of them. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
It's too much.
It's like, you know,
it's too much.
It is. I swear. This is why. Rest in peace, Kevin Sanders. I'm just saying, like, if he didn't die, we wouldn't have this conversation. You wouldn't have said that.
Maybe not. I don't know, but but I'm done. I'm good.
Nah, man. I mean, you know, it is what it is, man. Like, the relationship joints is too insane. None of you guys are legally a therapist or a relationship counselist. You guys are just people that have their opinions.
Or have had a lot of successful relationships.
I'm just saying. But I respect the space, right? Because everybody got to have a space.
Hey, man, fuck that shit.
That's just not our space, okay? And don't get easily offended because that's just not our space. You know, we stay out of that. We will talk about it, but we ain't finna contribute the whole shebang. Yeah. Hey, man, tell the people what you want them to think about in the year 2023, man, and let's get the fuck up out of here.
See, okay.
Nope, I was just tuning it up. Go ahead.
So you saying tell them what we want to know about 2023?
Just, you know,
words of wisdom going.
Words of wisdom. Ooh, shit.
Wear a condom.
Please, hell yeah, wear
maybe
condoms.
be condoms.
Wear condoms. Please stop shooting the club up with bitches that you ain't married to. For the love of God. Like, I'm so tired.
That's a metaphor. We're not talking about literally shooting the club up, right? We're talking about, you know what the fuck we're talking about. You know? But it's a metaphor.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, that's all I got, man. I would have thought of something better, but that's the first thing that popped in my mind.
It's all good, man.
Unprotected sex for the reason.
It's important.
Hey, man, tell the people they can find you at, man.
Weezy Cage, IG, and X. I was about to say Twitter, but X.
Oh, X.
I
haven't. I'm on Threads, man. I just be on Threads a lot.
That shit kind of mid, man. X be jumping, bro. Golly, X be jumping. Shit.
I would just say, experiences over things. Life is what you make it. That's very cliche, but it's very, very fucking true. And the older I get, the more I understand just that it is. Life is truly what you make it. The world right now is just, a lot of shit is very bleak. There's a lot of madness, a lot of crazy shit going on, but I don't think it's as bad as we think as it seems. There's still a lot of love that's out here. There's still a lot of good energy. There's still a lot of positive people. Still a lot of good people doing good things. So going forward, I think we should focus on the good. I think there's an important conversation that's been happening in terms of the music and hip hop, in terms of how the content that is put out influences the culture, influences the people. I think it's a very constructive conversation that needs to be had, and I hope that continues into the next year. And go to the doctor, get your shit checked out.
Nigga, what the fuck is going on with your speech, nigga?
I was just all over the place, but that was just my last thing, bro. Go to the doctor.
Go to the doctor.
Get your shit get your shit checked out, B. Go get checked up on a regular basis.
Man, this is Easy Get Offended podcast, man. I'm your boy L Boogie, Classic 1979 on Instagram. Make sure you follow us on all major streaming platforms. I just really want to say that you can go far by yourself, but you can go farther with a team. So with that note, you know what I'm saying, 2023, thank you for all the likes and shares and comments, man. And, man, we out, man.
Shout out to the O-line, nigga.
Yes, sir.